Light turned on here. Okay, that looks pretty bright. Maybe that will work here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm waiting for my client. She's getting her drink. I wanna go ahead and show you what we're gonna be working with today. So we're gonna be doing fall nails. So I want to keep my glitter in that kind of range. So the glitter I'm gonna pull from is gonna be this one that has kind of some pinks and oranges, which I really, really like. This is by Creations, and it is number 7 Chameleon Flakes. The other one that I want to pull from is also very similar colors, but it has more orange in it than this one. This one's got a little bit more pink. This one has some purple and green flashes and orange. This one is also by Creations, and it is Chameleon Flake 33. And the other one that we may pull from is this one, which has some yellows, greens, and blues. We won't use this one as much, but I really, really like it still, and we may use it. I think that green will be really, really pretty, and the yellow, of course, for our fall. This is also from Creations. I really like their flakes, and it's Chameleon Flake 35. Then the other ones that I may pull from, they're all gonna be coming from a Gemini. Some of them are like little freebies I got. But let me show you the colors. And I think, yeah, these two are actually also Young Nails, but you can get them at Gemini Cosmetics. And I'll have a code that I'll put in the description. It's MJ's code. And it's, if you go to GeminiNevada.com and shop their website, you can use her code. Thank you for the hearts. And you can use her code at checkout. It saves you 15% off. It is MJAY15. Okay? So I've got kind of a yellow, orange, gold. And over here I've got a red. And we may kind of put this in a couple of the nails. And then I've got, these were some freebies. And so one's a little bit more green. And this one has got of yellow and red and like kind of a hot pink and orange. So we'll see how these do. I think they might be a little on the thicker side, but we'll kind of try them in a few nails and see how they do. These ones are actually very thin. We've got this one here, which of course has a lot of yellows and greens, a little bit of blues. It is Minty Ice. And then this one has got more of the hot pink, a little flashes of orange and yellow. And it's called Lemonade Icy. So I figure we may use these as well. And then we'll just kind of get an idea for which one we like. Jandy's kind of my tester here. So we'll do her nails and kind of use an array of things and see which ones we like better or not. Let me grab my bit here. I think I'll use this one. We're gonna remove the bulk.
Faze, Wendy, and Miley.
Hey, Faze, Wendy, Miley. Welcome in. The red is more fall. I do feel you on that. I'm really feeling that orange too. That's my main thing is going to be stick with my oranges. We're going to use some jelly polishes that I think will help us kind of pull in that fall effect too. Okay, I'm going to kind of take down the bulk of her nails that she's wearing because we'll work on one hand for you guys. And I want to take down the bulk. Now this one's thin as it is. She kind of had a boo-boo on it. But I'm going to take down the bulk. Really the strength in this nail is going to come from our top coat because we're going to kind of put a little encapsulation on it. Let me just kind of get this cleaned up just a little bit while I'm looking at it. Just so it's nice and strong. We're going to keep her nails short. So that's another reason why I want to be sure and have this, especially this bottom layer, really nice and thin for when we start. We want to be able to encapsulate them to get things to kind of magnify a little bit. And I want to have the room to do that. So before I take down her nails lengthwise, we're going to go ahead and take down the bulk. And I'm just going to take my coarse e-file here bit, and we're going to turn this up to 12 RPMs. And let's get our fan on so it can kind of absorb some of that. And I'm just gonna roll this across, kind of not hovering in one particular point or spot for too long so it doesn't get hot. I like to get it as close as I can to the cuticle area and to our sidewalls. And then I'll just kind of come straight down. I want to try to keep the surface as even as I can, but we'll worry more about that later. I'm going to keep it nice and thin. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's go on to this one. So let's just kind of roll this around, get what we can. Come down that nail.
Prism Prosper is here. So
Who is?
Prism Prosper.
Oh, hey, Prism Prosper, how are you? It's good to see you. You ready for fall? I'm feeling fall today.
Good.
Yeah. She's got a little bit of discoloring here, but I believe it's the gel. Play with it when I get a different bit on here and we'll make sure. Yeah, it's the gel. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of come across the nail because we want it to be thin anyway. And we're gonna take down that length. I can go ahead and trim the length down a little bit, just kind of using my E-bit. That'll kind of help us get started here. I'll go back to this one and do the same thing. Okay. And just no pressure, I'm just pulling it straight down. Get it as close as you can. But I'm gonna use a different bit to get closer because I just feel more comfortable that way.
She has to go because of homework, but I'll try to be back later.
Ah.
So just stop and say hi.
No problem, I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. Okay, let's get this one. Tell me, Jandy, if I get out of the view here.
Wendy says she needs one of those.
Hey, Wendy. Yeah, the vacuum or the e-file. I know for me, the e-file was like one of the very first things I got because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need that for nail school. I couldn't have gotten through it without it. There we go.
Matthew says this is oddly satisfying.
It is, Matthew. It really is.
Cynthia and Pink say hi.
Hey, Cynthia in pink. Okay, let me get some of this length here taken off. Okay, let me get more length taken off right here.
Baraka and Mia said hi.
Hey, Baraka and Mia. Come on in, we're just getting started. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna go ahead and file what I can. Here, let me move this out the way so that way we're not up so high. Okay.
Marianne says good morning, all.
Good morning. It's evening for me, but I hear you. I'm gonna switch files. I'm gonna go ahead and get my 100 group file if I have one available. I don't, but I've got a 150, so we'll go with that. It's got a little bit more oomph to it, so should get us through this process a little faster.
Nancy Block said hi.
Hi, Cancy Block.
And Angela said hi.
Angela. It's good to see everybody. Okay, let's get this one. Let gonna scoot you back just a hair. There you go.
Oh, Marianne, I'm from the Philippines. It's 5 a.m.
Hi, Marianne. Good morning. Are you having your coffee? Do you have coffee in the Philippines? I mean, is that what you drink in the mornings? I always have my coffee in the morning. It's kind of it's like the sign to me that it's time to get up and around and about. Without it, I want to go back to bed.
Irina said hi.
Hi, Karina.
And Cam said nice.
Cam. Thank you. She's going to have nice, pretty, shorter nails.
Mia said, what
They'll be
nails
really
are we
pretty.
doing?
We're doing a fall design with some encapsulated things, which should be a lot of fun. It's always good times when you get to encapsulate. So I'm excited about that.
Mateo said hi.
Hi, Mateo. Okay, I'm just kind of quickly getting our shape in here. It doesn't have to be perfect at this point because we'll kind of get that in finish file, but I kind of want to get it about the right length just so that way I don't waste any time on a lot of length that I don't need to worry about. Okay, let's kind of take out some of the bulk from the underneath on that one. Get this little, oh goodness. We've got a kitty kind of knocking stuff over in the back bedroom. Oh, he's in a box. Oh,
I know
okay,
it.
he's gonna tell us all about it now. He says, guys, I kind of made a mess.
Oh, Mateo is on my brother's account.
Ah, okay. What's your name? So that way when we see you, we'll know how to address you.
Reshma and Life with something said hi.
Hello, Reshma.
Rihanna is with
And Life with Horla?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just kind of quickly shaping this. And I'll get some of this bulk again from underneath that nail to kind of thin it out that way. Because her nail kind of dips down anyway. So by getting underneath, we're kind of keeping some of the height that we need anyway.
Mateo said Rihanna is her name.
Rihanna, that's very pretty. Okay, a little bit shorter on here. All right, Jandy. Let me go back to my e-file, and I'm just gonna get any more bulk that I need to get. I'm gonna switch it though to a different file here, and I'll show you what we're gonna use as soon as I find it myself here. I just had it a second ago, so should be. I just removed it from here. I'm gonna move this 1 second. Let me just see if I've got it underneath here. And I don't. Okay, I can use a different one. It's okay. But I do love that one. Did I put it here? Okay. We won't fret about it. We're just gonna get a different bit. I'm gonna get my mandrel. And we'll use a sanding band. I'm just gonna use kind of a light sanding band. Just to kind of get what's left on top of the nail. All right, let's get this in the little e-file. Got my e-file set at 9 right now, just because I know we've still got a little bit of bulk to get. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull back the skin right here, just so I don't get her in any way. And just kind of roll it up that nail. And we're getting rid of the blue that she had on before. And then I'm gonna go right around the cuticle area get the color off. That's what I'm focusing on right now. And I'm gonna pull the skin here and get right up in here and remove that color again. Then I'm just gonna take this and go across the nail, just kind of thinning it out just a little bit. I'm gonna come underneath. Yep. Okay. Then we're gonna go on to the next one. So I'm just gonna kind of roll towards the back, pull the skin so I can get that little bit of blue that's hanging on there. If you have white gel, sometimes it's a sign that your gel might be either starting to lift or starting to kind of break away. So I'm just gonna kind of hit it with the e-file and get us down to a nicer, a nicer layer here. Okay. I'm just going to run this across the top and even things out. Okay, I'm just gonna zap it underneath here. I'm gonna come in at a little bit of an angle and just very lightly, okay? This one is already real nice. I'm just gonna remove that shine. So I'm just gonna very lightly buff over the shine. That way we're creating a little bit of texture on that nail. And I just did this one a week ago, so it's really not too bad at all. I'm gonna go ahead and run it just right back here by the cuticle area and in my sides. Okay, next finger. Looks pretty good, all the color's gone. I just wanna even this top part out just a little bit. Awesome, thank you. Okay, again, I wanna come down from underneath and just kind of thin this out just a tiny bit. Okay, next one. Let's remove the color. So I'm gonna pull her skin back here. Just hit that color along this back little rim here. And along this side, again, I'm gonna pull that skin. And then I'm just gonna kind of even this out on the top. And it doesn't need to be real even, just, as smooth as you can get it with just hitting it kind of quickly. And then I'm just running this up underneath, real easy, okay? And then we're ready for the next part. So let me, I'm gonna just kind of push this out the way. All right, Jandy, let's see what we got going on here. I'm gonna take a good look at her nails. And we're gonna push this cuticle back. So I'm gonna start by pushing the cuticle back. We forgot, like, there's a little bit of product. Right, let me see if I can zoom you guys in. Do you see that tiny bit of product? So I'll have to be sure to get that here in a second, but let's push our cuticle back. And I'm just gonna kind of come in sideways with my stick. And of course on the beveled end. And I'm just kind of gently pushing that skin back. I find that coming in at this angle, kind of sideways, and using that to push it back is a little bit more comfortable than if you come just straight in like this, okay? It's just a little bit different. Certainly you can do though however you like, or you can use your cuticle pusher. I just kind of find that this way with the little sticks works really nicely, and they're disposable, so I can just toss them when I'm done.
Bongo cat said hi.
Hi, Bongo Cat. If you've got a little sticky spot, you can always kind of get in here and scrape at it. So far, though, everything's going real nicely here for us. Just tuck that skin up there Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and come in here just a little bit. Get this little bit of skin that's kind of hanging on.
Maisie, Madeline, and Zach said hi.
Hi, Maisie, Madeline, and Jack.
Or Zach.
Zach, sorry, come on in. You're started. If you need to push anything away from this side, you can certainly do so with your stick as well. During this point, she just doesn't happen to have a lot on her side, so we're kind of lucky in that sense. And I don't want to keep prodding at anything. If anything is kind of being stubborn and doesn't want to push back easily, I'm just going to kind of gradually work at it if I need to.
Mary, what time is that by your side? Asking from SA,
What time is it?
I guess. Maybe they're in South Africa?
Oh, I don't know. Time here is 4:30 Central Standard Time because I am in.
It's almost 5.
Oh, it's almost 5. She says. So yeah, I'm gonna turn my e-file same bit. I'm just gonna go on 4,000 RPMs, and I'm gonna get right up around my cuticle area, just right up against that skin. Okay. I'm gonna get right in this corner just a little bit better because sometimes these little corners can give you a hard time. Okay, let's see this one. Come up the sidewall, get in that corner real good, and around her cuticle.
Cinnamon roll said hi.
Hi, Cinnamon Roll. Okay, I see a little bit. Do you see a little bit of this cuticle right up there? I'm gonna go ahead and zap it. There we go, looks good. Okay, come up the sidewall again. Right up, butt it up against that cuticle
Brother,
wall that we have.
Sopraya,
I'm gonna pull her skin back just a little bit because I want to get this little corner better.
bunch of people.
If I can't get that corner well enough, which is kind of giving me a hard time, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna get a different bit here in a minute and we'll come back and get this corner, okay? So let's go on to this one. So we're just gonna come
Cinnamon roll
around.
says, I'm 9 and want to learn how to do nails.
Oh, well, just keep at it. Keep watching for now. That's what I would do. You'll learn all you need to know.
Then
Okay, we're just gonna come around this cuticle area. And I wanna go ahead and get this tiny little bit if I can. There we go, we got it. Let's get in this corner. Okay. I'm gonna switch bits. We got one more bit left to use. And that's gonna be our little fling bit. So let me get that here. We may actually use one more. I think we'll use 2 bits here. Probably. Okay, I'm gonna put my flame tip in. It looks just like this. Get it fastened in there. We're gonna turn this on just a speed of 5,000 RPMs. And I wanna come back to this nail that we needed to get up in this corner. And I'm just gonna gently get up in here. Okay. I'm gonna look at the other ones. If it looks like I need to kind of get anywhere a little bit better, I'll just hit it with this real quick. But this is really looking pretty good. I might go ahead and get up in this corner. Because the corners will give you the most trouble. Okay. Just hitting this side a little better. This one looks pretty good. That one we got, okay, we got all of them. Alrighty. So we are done with the e-filing portion. All right, so let's clean this off. I'm just gonna get my swipe. Let me kind of back us up a little bit. My swipe and my little brush here. Let me get some swipe on my brush. And let's clean these nails. We're just kind of dusting them off. It's also working to dehydrate that nail as well, and it's setting us up. It's going to change the pH balance on the nails and set us up for good retention, okay? So the swipe is from Young Nails, and it works to kind of get you all ready to go. Okay, I'm just going to take one of our little lint-free towels here.
Wait a minute.
Okay. All right, she's getting up for a second. I'm gonna grab something, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my lint-free wipe ready. We're gonna clean her nails just a little bit better before we get started. Okay, she should be here in a second. While she's away, let me show you again some of the colors we're gonna be using. So I've got a really pretty green. These are all from Creations, this next three. I've got this one, which has some pink and orange in it, which I think is gorgeous. And this one, which has a little... Sorry, guys, the dogs are throwing a fit. I thought somebody was at the door. Okay, so we've got those three, and then I've got several from Young Nails that we may use. I've got these two. We probably will use these. And a couple of the foils. I've got a red one and kind of a yellowy orange. I think all of them will be beautiful. We're going to kind of use different ones because I do want to kind of see how they work. And if there's, you know, a look that I prefer more than the other, so we'll just kind of rotate them on the nails. But I think it'd be real pretty. I think all of them are going to be pretty no matter what we do. And just keeping it very fall, where it's going to be very orange and black, and or I shouldn't say black necessarily. There'll be a little bit of black, but more so just kind of darker colors, darker fall tones. And I'm kind of getting up underneath her nail. She does a lot of yard work, so she may have some staining under here. But we're going to clean up under there anyway with our little towelette. And it's moistened with our swipe. All right, let's get this one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and work with them this length. We'll do our final shaping at the very end when we do our kind of finish filing, okay? Let me change this real quick. I'm gonna get underneath you, Jandy. Okay. So first thing I want to do is we're going to go in with some Protein Bond for maximum adhesion. This is also by Young Nails, and it kind of works as your bond and your primer. So it's kind of 2 in 1, okay? And I'm just going to, we're just going to coat this nail surface. And move on to the next. Just kind of get as close as you can to your sidewall and your skin in your cuticle area, but it doesn't have to be right up on it, okay? Mainly, I focus on applying the bulk of this product in the center of the nail. But you don't want to flood that back area or your cuticles because it will create lifting.
Kim Renee said, in case you didn't go back into your coffin tutorial, please do, as I left you a nice compliment.
Oh, absolutely, I will. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Kim. You know, it's so odd. I always check for my messages, but it doesn't always show me, like, what my comments or whatever. I don't know why it does that. I don't know what makes it do that. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check there because I don't think I did see it. Okay. I did love the coffin shape. It was pretty. Came out much better than what I was doing before. I took some more nail classes this week. I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. It's been so much fun. I've been doing some nail classes with Ready gels, and if you didn't know, Ready is REDI, and she it's the same person that owns Red Iguana, that started Red Iguana, and Ready is her gel line. And she offered a training course, and I started it this week, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm learning a whole bunch, and Katie Dutra is also teaching in it, and Paola Pounce is teaching in it. So it's been really, really nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm almost done with it though, so then I'll tell you all about it. This we're gonna go in with our base coat from Madam Glam because it's really nice and thin, and it's gonna give us a great foundation, okay? Keep our foundation thin too. This kitty behind me is, what is he doing? Oh, I see. That's not a kitty, it's,
Cinnamon roll has to go.
okay, Cinnamon Roll, thank you for stopping in, hun. And I'll catch you later. I'm just gonna apply this nice and thin coat. We're kind of also telling our gel where we want it to go. So be sure and clean up kind of behind yourself, so that way you don't have it on the skin and cure it, and then your gel's gonna give you trouble the whole rest of the way.
Rebecca says hi from Maine.
Hi, Rebecca from Maine. How are you?
Nevada says gel nails question mark. I love gel.
Yes, gel nails. I love gel too. Gel is my favorite. I like all the gels. I like to work with all of them. I mainly do hard gel though on my clients. I think the bulk of my clients are hard gel clients. I have a couple of acrylic, but mainly hard gel.
Linda from New York.
Hi, Linda from New York.
And Rebecca says she's good. How are you?
Hey, Rebecca. I'm doing good. Doing good today. Can't complain. All right, Jandy, in the nuker for 30 seconds.
Nevada is from Oregon, or in Oregon.
Oh, wow, Oregon. That would be nice. Oh, sorry, Jandy, I didn't have your light on. There you go. Oregon would be nice. Nice, nice. I would love some mountains. But, you know, living in Texas, it's so flat. I don't know. You know how it is. When you live in one place, you could live by the beach and you wish you'd be in the mountains, or you could live, you know, in Arizona and wish you lived in Canada. That's kind of seems to be how it goes.
Linda, I love nails and everything, just not patience.
Just,
Or have nails. No, I love nails, have everything, just not patience.
oh, I feel you on that. There's a lot of people that don't. That's why. That's what keeps us in business, right? Because if you all had patience, we'd be in trouble.
Rebecca, so when I do gel-based coat,
Uh-huh.
you recommend 30 seconds under the lamp?
Well, actually, Madam Glam is 30 seconds. That's one thing I really like about their products is it's a really quick cure under the lamp, but it's only 30 seconds. So I love that. But you'll want to check the back of your bottles should tell you. Whatever product you're using, it should say on there. If not, then usually it's 60 seconds, but Madam Glam is 30 on theirs. So I really like that, it's fast. And I'm gonna use this chameleon flake, which you see has a lot of orange in it, right? Purples, it is number 33 chameleon flake. And let's put this on the first couple of nails. It's gonna look like it has a lot of pink to it. But I'm just going to, let me get my little glitter brush.
Ravada said it was nice meeting you, and go subscribe so I can follow.
Oh,
I have to get ready for
perfect.
work, unfortunately.
Okay, it was nice to meet you too. And I hope to see you back. You'll have to come back and see how they turn out.
Archangel, I'm loving your talent. Hello from
Isn't
New
that
Jersey.
fun? Hello, New Jersey.
Elizabeth
Archangel.
said hi.
Elizabetha. Hello. I'm gonna skip, I'm gonna do the middle nail with this one. That way we'll kind of rotate what we're doing. Ooh, these are pretty though. I like this a lot. Let's put maybe a couple dashes more on the tip.
Marina said hi.
Hi, Marina.
No,
Oh,
R-I-N-A.
Rena. Hi, Rena.
Lily said you are so good at nails. I love it, girl.
Oh, thank you. There's so much fun. You know, there's so much you can do. And you can just try different things. You can mix and match, and I love that. Okay, we're gonna try this one, which this one has got a little bit more pink. So I'm gonna put this on 2 of the nails. How about we do this one? And I'll just kind of dot it around in here. I'm not gonna overpower it, but just a little bit to kind of create some sparkle. We're gonna add some more sparkle anyway, so I'll kind of go this direction with this one.
Daisy said hi.
Hello, Daisy.
Rebecca loves the glitter. So
Me
pretty.
too, Rebecca. It's so pretty. I could do this all day long. All right, I'm gonna grab a little bit of my green and blue, the little splashes of green and blue. And let's kind of come in here and we'll just kind of add to what we're doing. I'm gonna zoom us in just a little bit more too. Dandy, let me know if I get too zoomed in.
Zara says hi. Alex says hi.
Hey, Zara.
And Lily.
Oh, that's
said,
real pretty.
I just subscribed too.
Thank you. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. I'm gonna put green on each of these, but just maybe like in some different spots.
Alex says hi from Liverpool.
Hey, Alex from Liverpool. How about we just do that right there on that tip? And let's do this one on this side. There we go. Get this little piece that's hanging off the side here.
Archangel says the Zoom is perfect.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Let me get back in the...
Lily is in Wales.
Lily in Wales, wow. Oh, that would be beautiful. Has it been hot there lately, Lily? I hear it has. I hear you've had some heat. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my thumb over here too. I think I wanted a little bit more of this green and blue on my thumb. Let's put the tiniest bit over here in this corner. Okay, let's see. Jandy, cure that for just a second if you would. She's gonna pop in the little nuker here just for like 5 seconds. And I'm gonna grab the next thing we're gonna play with. And how about we put a little bit of our orange yellow on these and a little bit of red. This will kind of give us a little pop. I almost spilled it all.
And Lise, I'm going to be in nail tech soon, and I am 11.
Oh, nice. Just keep at it.
Rebecca, or Jessie,
Okay.
loves both of those.
Oh, good, good.
Rebecca, just subscribed. Where do you get your nail stuff?
I get, so that most of my glitter I get from Gemini Cosmetics. And you can go to GeminiNevada.com and see what they've got over there. And I'll put in the description, I've got a little coupon code that I use. It's from one of my mentors, has like a coupon code with them. And I'll give that to you so that way you can get the same deal. I know she won't mind if I give out her code. But basically, if you go to Gemini Nevada, I think I'm going to leave that one. We'll just kind of have that little hint. GeminiNevada.com, and you would get your glitters. You can get your glitters over there. And then when you get ready to check out, you would just enter the discount code. It's MJAY15, and it will actually save you 15% off your order with them. So that's what I do. I just kind of save up and I make a Gemini purchase and get the glitters I want, and then just slowly I'm, gathering and collecting. I don't want this huge piece. I just want half of this piece. Let me see if I can There we go. Break that apart. And I'm just going to kind of, I just apply it right there. Okay, let's look at these. I feel like this one needs just a tiny bit more, so I'm going to get a little bit of the red, if I can. See, it's sticking to me right now. Now my, these little ones that I used right here are from a company called Creation. I put this on here so it looks a little, you know, you kind of can't see the name of it, but it's called Creations. And these are called chameleon flakes, but they have fairy flakes and they have all different kinds. They're a lot of fun too. I also collect those because I think they're beautiful. And they have a ton of them and they're already mixed. So it's kind of an easy go, you know, get it and go.
Lillian Wales said, finally not raining like always. It is hot.
I know, right? I was surprised when I heard y'all were getting the heat like you were. But yeah, I bet you, I'm in Dallas, Texas, so we have heat all the time. So I'm not enjoying the heat, but yeah, I bet you are. I'm just kind of spreading these around because I want to add a little bit of green on some of these too. Let me get a little bit of red. Uh-oh. There we go. Just kind of flake it around. Let's get some more of this gold here, this ambery gold. And how about we just kind of put it... Uh-oh. Hold on. It's trying to get away again. There we go. Just stick it up there. This will look really cool. When we put our jellies on top of this, everything is going to pop and it's going to kind of change colors on us. I think it's going to be stunning. Okay. Let's get one of these reds. Another one of the reds. The thumb is a bigger surface, so we can kind of add a little bit more bigger pieces. And how about we do one more of the amber flakes, just kind of on this side. Maybe one more. Uh-oh, I didn't get it. Okay. All right, let me close these up before I make a complete mess in here. Because these are all drifting everywhere. I've got one little good flake on my desk top, and so I'm gonna grab it and let's find a place to put it on here. How about we just put it on this one? Okay. All right, looking good. Let me pull this back just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab next. How about we try some of our, let's see what these are like. So these, they may be a little bit too thick for our nail, but we're gonna give it a try. Let's see what these are like.
Mia Acott is back. Remember me? Love the nails.
Hey Mia, thank you.
Ellen, beautiful.
It's good to
little works
see
of
you.
art. Can you please
Thank
tell
you.
me, is there a way to do this without using the UV light?
You can do it with acrylic, and then you wouldn't have to use the, so like your powders, you could do the same thing with your powders, just put down a wet layer of acrylic, and then, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these in. And you just take these same kind of glitter pieces and insert it in your wet, like clear acrylic. Or your colored acrylic, you could do either way.
Lily has to go, but like and subscribe.
Thank you, Lily. Yeah, if you guys remember, hit the follow and the what else am I thinking? What else?
Reminder.
Subscribe and like. Reminder if you like that kind of thing.
Laura said hello.
Hey, Laura. Now, if you feel that you're running out of sticky, which I kind of might be running out of sticky, I'm going to add a little bit more of our base coat. Let me get this kicked off first, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so if you feel that you're running out of sticky, I can kind of go back over here. I remember where I've laid these down, so I can just kind of drip drop on top. If I pick it up with my brush, I can just kind of kick it off again. Same on this one. See, it's already kind of fell. Just push it back up there. There was this one right here. Lay it back down. If it's kind of sticking up, you can just kind of play with it until you kind of get it pushed back down. Either way, it's not gonna cause you any problem. Just gonna put some more base down, and let's pick up some more of these little greenies and lay them in here. These are really pretty. I thought they were gonna be too thick, but actually they're not bad at all. They are a little on the thicker side, but they're not gonna be too thick. Oh, I just dropped it. Let's get that laid up there. Okay, ooh, that's pretty. Look at the flash, wow. I like it. Okay, let's get some more of these little slivers. That one's kind of 2 in 1. But if we put it in just the right spot, it should give us a lot of flash, yeah. And it's okay if when we start to file and stuff, if we kind of file into these, it's okay. It'll still create a cool effect. Let me get that little bit. Go ahead and go under the light, Jandy, if you would for me. I'm gonna close up my greens, and I'm gonna grab for her thumb, I'm gonna grab this other one that we wanted to play with that has like the yellow and orange. It's just like the green one, but it's just different colors. We're gonna play with that one on her thumb. See how it goes. Okay, Jandy, you should be good. She just kind of went under to kind of heat that up and get it stuck down in there. It's already looking fall-y, isn't it? Already looking like fall. Now, before I put my base brush back down into my bottle, look at it. It's got glitter all over it, so I'm gonna clean that off before I do that. But let's go ahead and add some of these. Oh yeah, that's very different than the last ones we were playing with. Very cool. Let's separate that one out. Yeah, very different. Let's get one more. I didn't grab it. No, I did. Maybe one more. There we go. Okay, Jandy, under the light. And I'm gonna clean this off real quick, so let me grab just one of my little towelettes that I used earlier. Gotta wrap it around and pull, and just kind of do that a couple times. So that way you make sure you get all that glitter off of there. Because if you're working on something and you don't want that glitter, it's gonna be in there otherwise, and you'll never get it out. Okay. All right, Jandy, come on out for us. All right, guys, now we're gonna get into the next part, which is gonna be using our jellies. Okay, I'm gonna pull out just a little bit, and I wanna show you our jellies. Ooh, those are pretty, aren't they, though? You honestly could just top coat these in a nice thick top coat, and that would be a beautiful fall look as well. But we're gonna go further. So I've got a couple colors. Let me show you what I've got. These are some jellies. So they're gonna go on kind of like a thin, let me show you. Kind of a thin jelly look. I'm gonna push this up in here by you. Okay, let me show you. So there's this one. It has kind of an amber look to it. Goes on kind of orangey. Do you see that? Yeah, there you go. It's kind of orange. Yeah, that's about as good as I can get that light to get that color. It's not like bright. It's more of a rust orange, kind of. And then I've got a little bit of a brown. This one is by Madam Glam. It's called Caffeinated. And I'll look at the number on that one that I just put down, and I'll show you what that is. So this one's kind of a brown, like a coffee brown. We may just use a little bit of this just to kind of hit some dark areas. That last color that I had, the orange, is by V Beauty Pure, and it's number 175. It is one of my favorites. Then I've got also from Madam Glam, this is Dipped in Honey. It's literally like a honey color. So kind of yellowy, golden, actually I would say. It's really gold. Okay, we're gonna use these to kind of add some some highlighted areas, and then some more toned down fall looks. And we'll just kind of paint this on the nail. Let me get my painting brush here. Okay, I'll start with this one. I'll just kind of put this just like this. And how about we go, let's do this color, because this one, it's kind of that orange color, and I want this to be like our main color. So let's kind of hit up in here. I want to keep it thin. Do you see how it's kind of changing our sparkle underneath? It's going to look really cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the honey. Let's put a little bit of honey just right up in here. And how about towards the back, we do a little bit more of this coffee. And I like to put that color down, and then you can just kind of drag through, okay? And if you feel like you've got too much color, if you don't want to cover it up that much, you can just kind of swipe through and pull it back. But I think this is going to be stunning. Really, really pretty. I do want a little bit more of this orange because I feel like I got rid of maybe a little bit too much of it. I'm just going to kind of hit it at the tip here. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and kind of move on from here because it's not going to really run anywhere. So I'm going to kind of put this, how about in the middle? Kind of drag that down. And let's put it on the tip here. I'm going to wipe this off, get a little bit of my honey, and come at the side with the honey. And let's do this side with honey. Okay.
Rebecca loves the fall vibe.
Me too. I'm gonna put a little bit of the dark right here at this tip.
Miss Shay loves the nails.
Thank you, Miss Shay. They're gorgeous, aren't they? It's gonna be really, really pretty when we finish. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Uh-oh, I picked up a glitter. It's okay though. I'm just gonna kind of lay it back down up there. Grab a little bit of our brown. Pull this down. I got a little bit up in this corner too much, so I'm just gonna wipe that off. How about I do a little bit more brown in this corner since we did gold on the other. And let me do gold at the tip. And move this over here. Find a good place. You see how there's this little glitter that I keep pushing around right here. If you're having trouble with it, try to flip it over. I think that it's gonna be best this way, where it likes to sit, okay? If you can. Now, it's kind of running on me, so what I wanna do, let me check out what she's got going on, make sure nothing is running like crazy, and then I'm gonna send her back in that light. I wanna go ahead though and add a little bit more orange on this one. That would do orange and yellow. So pretty. And I'm gonna smooth out this back area just a wee bit. It's still kind of floating around here. There we go. Okay, Keep that clean. Okay, Jandy, if you'll go in the nuker for me. And you can just pop in there for like 15 seconds. You should be fine. I'm gonna get a little bit more color on my palette. Don't let it cure from the light. Okay, let's add, we like the orange a lot, so let's make sure we've got a good amount of that. And the honey, I feel like I'm okay on my honey so far. I've got a little bit still on my palette. Okay, Jandy, you should be good. All right, let's go to this one. Let's get our orange. Oops, there's a little bit of hair in there. Just kind of get that out. Okay, let's get our tip with the orange. I want to go ahead and hit this tip over here one more time because I felt like it just needed a little bit more. Okay. Let's get up by our cuticle. That's a good amount on here. Okay. I'm going to dip in my honey and come on my side again with the honey. And I liked the honey on the two sides. I thought that was real pretty. Yeah. Real nice. Okay. Maybe we'll just take the tiniest bit of the brown and kind of tap it on the end. And then I'll get some more brown for my thumb. How about we do the brown kind of up in this corner? And we'll just kind of bring it straight down. And then I'll do orange. And they'll just naturally kind of meld together, which is really nice. That's another reason why I love the jellies. They do a good job of kind of mixing on the nail. Hit my tip. I want my tip to be just a little bit more of it, that darker color. I'm gonna grab some gold and just kind of dip my gold around. All right, Jandy, in the nuker. And you could just go in the nuker for like 30 seconds.
Stephanie and Chu said hi.
Hey, Stephanie. And Chu, hello. Come on in. We are just wrapping up, but you'll get to see the final outcome here. They're really, really pretty. I love any time that I can do something pretty on a really short nail. I love it because so many of us, like me in particular, I love short nails, but I also like them to look pretty. And it's hard sometimes to find designs that you can do on short nails that will also just kind of give it that extra bling and really stand out and be something special, you know? So I love designs like this that are kind of packed full of stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and go around one more time with, let me see which one I wanna use.
Rebecca, I have some jelly nail polish. Love the outcome after it cures.
Yes, me too.
Chu said
I'm gonna
those
go
are
around with
gorgeous.
a little bit more, just kind of spot it. Okay, just kind of put it, so this is gonna add dimension because we're kind of creating more layers with our glitters. And I'm just gonna kind of put it anywhere that I find that looks like it's missing some glitter, okay?
Chu said those are gorgeous. Looks like stained glass.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got a lot of flash and pop to it. I'm gonna change, so I did 3 nails.
Tara said this is good.
Wonderful. That's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. This one is the same one we used earlier. I'm just gonna kind of spot it around if I feel like we've kind of got like an empty area that needs something, like maybe right back here. You kind of can't pack it too full, you know what I mean? I mean, you can, but I don't know. I personally find that it just adds more dimension.
Jessie F said this is gorgeous.
Thank you, Jessie.
Rebecca was thinking the same thing on the stained glass look.
It does, doesn't it? It's so pretty. All right. All right, go back in that nuker, Jandy, just for 5 seconds. While she's doing that, I'm gonna get our next product out. and show you what it is. Let me find it. I know I've got it here. Okay, next product we're going to use is our Young Nails Pink Build. So it looks like a clear gel, but it's got a tiny bit of pink in it, a pink tint to it. It's going to magnify whatever glitter we have in that nail. It's really going to make because she has short nails, we still want to work on keeping that profile very thin. So we're going to keep that in mind, but we do want to cover everything on her nail so that way we encapsulate what we're doing. And I'm going to zoom us in real nice.
Madison said hi and wow.
Hey, Madison. Thank you. Come on in. Jandy's going to kind of keep me in line here, and because I'm going to get as close as I can to her nail. I'm just going to put a dollop here. And with one of your brushes, I'm just going to use my little detailer. I'm just going to kind of move this around, and as I do, it's going to magnify. And actually, I can get my larger brush. That would probably work faster. Let me grab it here. Okay. So we can just kind of spread this all over the nail. And just try to stay right on top of your gel. And just float it on down. Get it over on your side. And we'll just pull that down.
Becca said wow, so cool.
I know, isn't it? It's so pretty. It is really cool. And we're still going to shape it. So what we're trying to do here is just make sure we've got it covered everywhere. And that we've got the bulk still where we want to create, like, if we wanted to create our apex, we've got enough product where we want to do that at. Okay, I'm going to get her just a little bit closer for 1 second before she nukes. I just want to make sure I've got it covered, and I can, there was a little area that I need to move it over, so I'm going to do that. Before she goes in that nuker, I want to, or the light, you know, I want to try to get it just real good. Okay, Jandy, in the light, if you will. And you can go in there just for like 10 seconds. And that'll flash set it. And then we'll move on to the next. And then when we really start to shape it and put our top coat on, that's when it's really gonna pop. Okay. Alrighty, on to the next. So again, I'm just gonna squeeze this out, bring it almost to the end. So just shy of that tip. And I'm gonna roll this from side to side. Make sure I get it covering that back area and the sides. And I'm just gonna pull it down. If you find that you don't have enough gel to cover it, then you can just add a little tiny bit more gel. It's real easy.
Archangel subscribed.
Thank you, Archangel. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look at it real close before she goes under the light again. I found that whenever I didn't do this part, and unfortunately you can't see it because I'm so close to it, but this just helps me to be sure I got product everywhere I need it and not where I don't. If that makes sense. And there's a little hair in there. I want to get that out. Okay, Jandy, if you'll go into the light for me. Just for 10 seconds. I hear you. Okay, come on out, Jandy.
Hey.
We hear you,
No,
little
sir.
man.
No, sir.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this one.
Go lay down.
This one has to tell. Everybody needs attention, they say. Right? They each want all the attention. Okay. Okay, roll this over here. Back over here.
King something. Those nails are beautiful. Very nice.
Hey, King. Thank you. They are coming out really pretty. I love them. Okay, I'm going to get her closer to me real quick while I can look and sort out any of the little bits that I need to before she cures. And basically, that's just going to be me tidying up here.
Madeline says hello.
Hello, Madeline. How are you in the nuker, Jandy? 10 seconds. You guys having a good evening? Have you eaten your dinner and your lunches? And I had pizza today. It was very good, though. Pizza with everything on it.
That's where you're located.
Yes, I'm in Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. I'm going to add a tiny drop more. Okay, and we're just going to roll this around and magnify everything. Pull this down. Make sure it's covering everything.
Madeline's in Linwood, Washington.
Oh, Washington. Oh my gosh, I love Washington. It's so beautiful.
Tara wants sushi.
Sushi, yum. If I could live anywhere, it would be in Washington State. Probably up north, like by by the Canadian area, like the Canadian border area. Boy, that would be so nice. I love like the colder weather, so for me it would be perfect.
Madeline gets her nails done every 3 weeks.
Okay, in the nuker? Every 3 weeks, that's perfect timing. I find that if my clients wait longer than that, then a lot of times we'll have issues, you know, with things starting to want to get a little out of control. But I like 2 to 3 weeks. That's a good time. Okay, Jandy, you should be good to come on out. We're almost done. We got one more nail to hit here. Let me see if I want to build that any. I'm going to go ahead. There's a little dip here. I want to go ahead and take care of that now because I want enough to file. So I'm just going to add that little dollop there in the center and just kind of pull it out. But I really want to keep that up there for my filing. Okay, Jandy, and then nuker 410. And we got one more nail left, and then we can start shaping.
Madeline has friends.
Oh, southeast. Okay, yeah, near Waco. Yeah, Waco's not too far at all. Do you ever come visit? If you come visit, you should come holler at me. We can go hang out, go do some things. I love doing like touristy things. That's usually what we do. If we do something in the city, we'll go do something touristy. Go see a museum or go take a tour. It's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of move this all around. Make sure we're covering everything. Okay. I think I got it pretty good, but I am going to take a closer look before she goes under that light. Let me pull you up to my face. Good Lord.
No more.
And would y'all believe there's absolutely nothing going on? She probably heard me laughing and thought, what is she laughing about? Something we need to be on top of.
husband visited
Okay,
back
Nuker.
in 2003 during winter.
Ah.
November.
That's a good time. That's like one of the best times to come because winter here isn't too bad at all. You know?
Let's be real, was that a dog?
Yeah, she's a big dog. She is a big dog. She's our little mascot up here. We have several of them, but she's one of them. She might be the head honcho of the mascots. She tells everybody all about themselves. Okay, let's back up a little bit. This is before we shape. So they're coming along really, really nice. I'm gonna clean off this tacky surface on top. So let me get me a little lymphy wipe. I'm gonna go back into my young nail swipe and wet this wipe.
Let's be real, says, what's your dog's name?
Her name is Edith. She is a French Mastiff, and she is about 6 years old now. She's a big girl. She kind of looks like the Turner and Hooch dog, if you've ever seen Turner and Hooch. She's very cute. She's very sweet, but she will scare somebody to death. Oh, a cabin. Oh my gosh, how nice. Wow. That's the way to go. Do some fun things. Yeah, a cabin would be really nice. And they have some really nice cabins. I don't know if you guys have been, but like north of us, kind of like up in Oklahoma area, has some beautiful land and some cabins up there. I can't think of what the name of it is right now, but it's like if you put it in, it would come right up because it's really, really popular.
One was in Lake Whitney.
Oh, Lake Whitney. Yeah, that's really nice.
Let's be real, says, beautiful name and dog breed.
Yes, she is. Thank you. She's a good girl. Sometimes, except for at night when she wants to chase the armadillo and we're trying to sleep. Not armadillo. What are they called? Possums. Yeah, possums. She likes to chase after possums. She thinks she's going to get one of these days. Okay, I'm going to turn my e-file on. Let's get our dust buster on here. And I'm just going to kind of take off the bulk. And then we'll switch to another bit to refine here. And we're just kind of keeping this on the thinner side. Married. Edith. Edith.
Edith, come here.
Hold on, she's getting in trouble, guys. Eat, Pete. Come on. Eat it, Petey. She had somebody cornered. I don't know who it was. I'm sure it was a kitty. She likes to boss the kitties around. Okay, and don't worry if you start to remove any of the color because we can just add it right back. Jandy's gonna get on to Edie real quick. Who is it back there? Up. Here, Rascal. Hold on, let me get this one out of the way. Rascal, come here. Edie, don't start that for me. Rascal. Okay, now that they're done, let me get back to this. All right. So I kind of removed the bulk and took it down pretty good. And I'll get the rest of it with my other e-file bit. But I'm going to go on to the next one. And I just kind of run it over the top. And then up the sides, just because sometimes the sides can have a tendency to get bulky. And I know I need to get those. back over top again, just to kind of keep it being thin. Thank you. It's by Young Nails. It works pretty well. Although I hear that now they have like some real fancy ones that are like overhead that kind of suck the dust up, which is supposed to be a little bit better. I think they're called cosmetic vacs, but maybe one day I'll be able to afford a cosmetic vac. But for now, this is what I had. This is what I got when I very first started, like nail school. That was a couple of years ago. It's what I started using, and it works fine. If you hear me pressing a little bit, that's just me. I need new bits. I was gonna go today and get some, but I was being lazy. Well, I had class this morning, and then after class, I was lazy. Okay, let's see. Let's keep it thin. Keep it thin. Oh, good. I love it when we can all do our nails together. I gotta do mine tomorrow. For my little class that I'm taking with Reddy, there's like an assignment that's due on Monday, and it's gonna be I gotta figure out some stuff about how to submit the assignment because I'm not real good with the computer stuff. And for the assignment, I've got to do some nails and take some good photos of those nails. And I know that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm not great at those kinds of things, like the photos and the stuff like that. I have some room to grow. So I guess it's good that I've got the assignment, right? Because that'll teach me a little bit more. But I've got to do that for Monday. I'm sure I'll include you guys in on the process too, because that'll be a little bit more fun. All right, I'm going to switch to my sanding band again. Before I go in with my sanding band, though, I want to get some of this dust off so we can really see what we're working with. So I'm just going to kind of wet my brush again with our Young Nail Swipe and run this over her fingers. Just kind of dust everything away. And like I said, if we removed any of the jelly that we put on top, we're not going to worry about it because we can always add it back at the very end, okay? So no fears if I end up taking some of that off. I know when I very first started doing it, like, see, here's a little bit where I removed it. We're just not, don't even worry about it. In the very beginning when I was doing that, I was like, oh no, but honestly, it works out. It works out good. Huh?
Angeline loves watching people get their nails done.
Oh, good. Yeah, you've come to the right place then. I'm going to get right back here by that cuticle real nice. Go over the nail. Just kind of make sure we make it smooth. Same here. Let's get back by our cuticle area again. And over the top. And I want to make sure I've got nice thin sides. Over here looks a little wonky for some reason. It's probably just how the gel fell. We'll shape it up though. We'll get it. Okay, this one. Back by our cuticle. Over the top. Okay, I'm going to come up my sides. So right now we're pretty much just focusing on the shape that we want. We don't want to remove our encapsulation or all of our encapsulation because that's where we're going to get our strength. But if we end up, removing some of the jelly, we're just going to add it back at our next step here. And it almost always happens, so I just don't sweat. Just don't sweat it. They're still gonna be beautiful. I wanna get this tip just a little bit better. Okay. Back by our cuticle and over the top. And we're pretty much getting our shape in here with our e-file. Her nails dip down a little bit at the tip, so I tried to keep them a little bit thicker at the tip, and then we'll lift them up from underneath at the very end. Okay, let me look real quick up close to my eyeballs. Make sure I got everything that I wanted to get. I see a little bit more I'm gonna get real quick. I mean, teeny tiny bit. Mainly just on my sides where I needed to get in a little bit tighter. Okay, let me see your thumb. Same thing on the thumb. I just needed to come in a little tighter on those sides. Okay. All right, let's get her cleaned up. And let's add a little bit of our color back where we need it. So let's take a look here. Okay, let's get her dusted off. I'm gonna get myself dusted off and cleaned off here. Let me move this real quick, Jandy, since it's already kind of dusty. Okay, let's get our swipe again. This is gonna kind of show us too where we need to add our color back, because you see how it kind of highlights the areas real nicely. And I'm just gonna grab my orange and my brush, and we're just gonna kind of hit the areas where I removed it, okay? Easy enough. This is gel on here, so it's gonna adhere to gel. So I can just paint right on here. If you're not sure about a certain area, you can just go over with it a little bit. Make it as thick or as dense with that color as you want. And on this one, let me kind of use my brush again. Okay, I can see where I need it, so I'm just gonna apply it here. And let's put a little bit more on our tip. Okay, on this one, right in here.
Are those chunky glitters or gold leaves?
They are a little, they're kind of both. I'll show you at the very end again too. So just hang tight for a minute and I'll show those glitters again. And I'll give you the code where you can get a discount on them. And that way you can have a look at them. They are a little, they're really thin, but chunky, if that makes sense. Thin and chunky. Some of them were a little thicker, but not much. Let me just kind of get that back area just a little smoother. Okay, Jandy, in the nuker. All right, she's going in the nuker for the last time. I'm gonna get my, let me get my top coat here. Let's do manicure top. So it's Young Nails manicure top we'll put on. They're gonna be really pretty. I'm gonna zoom you guys in for the top coat because it'll be nice, fun to get to see them pop. And if you guys remember to subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. This is usually the kind of things I do on my channel. And we do lives and you'll get to kind of sit with me with my customers here, my clients. And we do pretty nails. Hit the like button if you enjoy it. Okay, I'm just gonna apply a thin top coat, but thick enough to where it's gonna highlight everything and still be real pretty. Do you see all that pop in there? It's so pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of bring it straight through. Get some more.
Deborah said hi.
Hi, Deborah. How are you? We're just wrapping up. It's so pretty. I'm seeing a lot of pink too, like flashing. Wow, that's pretty. I like too that some of them have more of that yellow, because even though it's not as deep of a orange tone, you know, or as deep of a fall tone, it's still yellow and it's really pretty.
Jesse said hello from Samoa.
Hey, Jessie, how are you? Oh, those are gonna be so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna top coat this one. She's gonna go in the nuker for 1 minute, and then I'll let her get her thumb so that way everything is cured nice and even, since we're kind of getting where we're doing the finish filing and stuff on these too. We want everything to be nice. Okay, go ahead and go in the nuker, Jandy. Just for 1 minute, 60 seconds. While she's doing that, let me show you some of our glitter that we used here. So, get my glitter from Gemini Cosmetics, and their site is nevada.com, and they sell Young Nails products also over there. So, I used these two, or did we use these two? Did we not use? I think we did use it. Yeah, we used one of these. Jandy said, I think we used this one, right? I think so.
The smaller containers.
Oh, we have smaller containers too. Okay, so we had mint icy, sorry. And this one is lemonade icy. They're super, super pretty, really, really fine cuts. Now the other ones I used, these were just kind of freebies that I got from Gemini. And these are a little bit thicker pieces. So very similar to the last two that we played with, but a little heavier slices, okay? Then we had these two also from Young Nails. This one's kind of a goldy orange and a red. Then we had, ooh, these are like some of my favorites. These I actually got from the nail supply store. These are from, goodness, my head is escaping me. Oh my gosh, why can't I? Creations. I was like, why can't I think of the name? Creations. And we used this one here, which is number 7 Chameleon Flake. We used this one, which is number 35 Chameleon Flake. And I used one more of those, this one, which is number 33 Chameleon Flake. And we just kind of mixed and matched them on the nails. And then I kind of played with these 3 jellies. This one, number 175. And these 2 were from Madam Glam. One is called Caffeinated, which is kind of a brown jelly. This one is called Dipped in Honey. It's a yellow, really pretty, like gold yellow. And we just kind of added highs and lows in the nail color. And this is kind of what we have. Now, before we finish, so we've got them top coated. I do want to do her thumb real quick. And she's gonna go just put her thumb under that light, and then we're gonna shape things up and really make them pretty. We'll add some moisture back to her nail. Okay, Jandy, in the light. Just your thumb in the light for 60 seconds. Okay, so we used those 3, and I think that's kind of all we used in the nails. And I know it kind of seems like a lot, but, and it was. It's good and packed with glitter. If you do end up going to Gemini Cosmetic and looking at their glitter or going to them, they sell all kinds of nail products, and I'll usually, just kind of put in my basket until I'm ready to purchase. But you can use a code to save 15% off, and it's MJAY15. That's MJ's code. She's over at Nail Culture on YouTube. And then for Madam Glam, I have a code with Madam Glam. If you like these kind of polishes, they're my favorite. Like I said, they don't chip or anything, and they cure in 30 seconds. Really, really nice. They have all kinds of gel products over there. And it's madamglam.com, and my code saves you 40% off at checkout. It's all capital letters TOSHA40. And now let's get back to her nails. She's all ready. So I'm going to go ahead and remove any sticky, clean off her finger.
Be real. Thanks for sharing the glitter shades. They're all so pretty.
Absolutely. Hey, Nail Culture. We were just talking about you. How are you? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I always shout you out. I give them MJ's code so that way they can save. We did a lot of glitter and fall nail look. We're just shaping up the finish. Aren't those pretty? Look at all the things we did inside. All the things, all the sparkly things. I'm just kind of gonna go from underneath here and put in her final little shape on her short nails. But they're so pretty.
Nail Culture said, great, we're sitting here watching you.
Well, thank you. I know I'll be watching you here shortly. Nail Culture is coming on, in about, let's see, an hour? 2 hours. I think 2 hours.
Just Ava said those are so pretty.
Thank you, Just Ava. That looks real nice. I love short nails when they can be pretty like this and a little something different and something that will stop somebody and, kind of catch their attention and they want a closer look. Which I would. Every day of the week, I would stop anybody on the street and be like, let me see what you got going on right there. What is this?
Nail Culture says 6:30 Pacific Standard.
That's gotcha. Yep.
California.
Yeah. Okay, that seems about right. Yeah, they're up in Nevada.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, that's real pretty. I love your short nails, Jandy. They look real cute on you. You know what? I think I want to add a little bit more of the dark color back on this nail towards the back because I feel like it's kind of light back there at the back.
Slay said hi.
Hey, Slay. Okay, I'm going to grab my brown. Again, my jelly brown. It's called Caffeinated. And I'm just going to make this back area a little bit darker. And I'll kind of come down, put a little bit of that dark in through here. It's so pretty. I like that a lot. It looks so folly. You're gonna be ready for pumpkin patches and spooky things.
Yes, my nails so cute.
Okay, in the nuker. They are turning out very cute. Thank you, Miss My Nails. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to mix and match and kind of create your own.
Jackson said hi.
Hey, Jackson. Okay, she's got, you're good. You should be good. Just 30 seconds.
Madeline said hi.
All right, that looks better. So I'm gonna top coat this again. Just pull that all the way down. And as I'm pulling it down, I'm also looking at my light, just making sure I've got that top coat real nice and smooth on top and covering everything. If you don't, you can also, turn your hand upside down and let that gel, keep it parallel, keep the nail parallel to the table, and that gel will kind of pull. And then when you flip it back over, it'll be a little bit more, have some height to it, so that way it just comes out really, really nice and smooth. Okay, in the nuker, Jandy, for 60 seconds. And the very last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch bits. I'm gonna go up underneath her nail and just make sure that we've got it as thin as we can. Let me get my bit that I want. So the bit I'm gonna use is kind of shaped like a cone. And it's actually a diamond bit. I got it from Erica's ATA. And it works really nice for going up underneath that nail. If you don't have a whole lot to remove, which is kind of our situation here. Okay, she's almost done. She got 15 seconds. I know I'm gonna have to wipe off that tacky layer, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my little towelette ready. Okay, Jandy, it should be good. Okay, she's coming out. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn her hand. There you go. I'm just gonna kind of zap underneath here, so I'm just gonna have this on, say, I'm gonna put it on 5,000. You won't always have to do this. I'm gonna pull her skin as much as I can. Like I said, her nails naturally down. I'm going in a forward motion. I don't have much to get since they're thin. If you can't see what you're doing, my suggestion would be to get your little brush and go ahead and clean it out. Okay, I'm gonna turn her this way. And again, just pull the skin back best you can. And if this bit isn't cutting it, if you need more room, under here you can get like one of the cone shaped, with the pointier tip. Okay. This one doesn't really have much at all. So I'm just gonna kind of, just very gently. Same with that one, not much at all. And same with this one. Okay, this one has a little bit more. Let me try to get a little bit more of this. Okay, all right, let me clean you off. And then I want to look at her client profile and shape these up one more time if I need to. And I'm just gonna kind of, just a little bit, shape it up. And I'm just kind of comparing it with the rest of her hand, the nails on the rest of the hand. And then I don't have the other hand, her other hand isn't done yet, but if it was, I would compare it with the same finger on the other hand. It's a little heavier on this side. There we go. You know what? I might want to also get this one with a little bit more of the dark at the back. Now that I look at it, I like the light. I like that there's a mixture, but I think I like the little dark better. A little bit darker. This fingernail is probably a little bit longer than the others, so I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. And the thumb I'm going to bring down just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't stick this up underneath here a little at the free edge and just thin it out that way too. Okay, I'm going to hit this one back area with a little bit more dark. So I'm going to get that caffeinated color again. I think that'll be it after I do this one. And then I'll be satisfied. Let me get right over here too. Okay, and the nuclear candy for 30 seconds. Be real quick, and then you got a minute, and then you're all done. The only other thing I might do, I'm not gonna do it with her, but if they needed it, I would take my little bit for the skin, and I would just go around and just kind of polish and buff out the skin if I needed to anywhere, but she's fine. She's not bad at all. So I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll give her little nails a break. And let me get my cuticle oil ready. Find it here. I'm gonna use my Young Nails, the rose oil. Okay, you should be good, Jandy. After I get this one polished again.
They should all be relieved.
Huh?
They should all be relieved that you're using oil on my cuticle.
Oh, yeah. Jandy. And Jandy gets so upset when anybody insults her dry skin during her manicures. But you know what? You know it happens. It always happens.
Always dry
It's
when
no
it's skin
exactly.
done.
Everybody
It's
is
supposed
that
to be.
way. Yes. Okay. And the nuclear Jandy. Don't sweat it, Jandy. Don't worry about it. Don't let them get to you. What do they say on the Red Cape show? Handmaid's Tale. They say,
The bastards grind
yeah, don't let the bastards grind you down. Ah. That's what it's like. Is Peter not being nice? Let's be real. Jandy timed him out. Oh. Oh, did you go for a minute?
That was 30.
Go for 30 more seconds, and then you should be done. I love your nails. I love how they came out. That was a lot of glitter. I'll put all these in here for us so that you guys can see. And I gave you a code, and I'll put the code in the details. And let's see here. Let's put this over here. And nail culture is going to be on in like, I'm trying to do the math, 2 hours. So you guys head over there and follow and hit the bell so that way it notifies you when you're over there, when they're live. Oh, those are so pretty. Look at those faux nails. They're so gorgeous. I love them. And I love that we got so much out of them with short nails, because I feel like that's always a challenge to really make them pop when they're short. But they're my favorite kind of nails because I can do anything with them. And I don't have to worry about, oh, you know what? I didn't wipe off the tacky on this one. Let's get the tacky. I wondered, I was like, what is this? Here, let's put another drop.
Really back a bit. Tammy said, "Oh, I'm super late."
Oh, hey, Tammy. Well, it's okay, though. You'll get to see the final, and then you can always go back and watch. I'm just filling right now, too, to make sure that there's nothing catchy. And there is something catchy over here that I want to go ahead and get. Just put my file up underneath here and run it. Okay, that feels, let me make sure. Oh, it still feels like there's something little right here. Let me get it.
Short nails break less and hurt less.
Yes.
compared to medium and long.
Right. Oh, those are so pretty. Probably the other thing that we could have done, now this would have been kind of cool. When we were on top of that glitter, once we put our glitter down, we could have gone in with like some black polish and made like little leaves. I'm not the best at drawing leaves. And then, you know, put our jelly color over that. That would have been really pretty. It would have looked like some fall leaves that were kind of like a shadows. That would have looked really cool. Oh, those are really pretty.
Enrique
What do you guys think?
is in Mexico. How often do you share this type of content? I'm interested in learning much more in the fastest way possible.
Oh, yeah, Enrique. Honestly, YouTube's going to be your best bet. And I'm on live, usually either doing myself or a client or a training hand if I have to. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then I'll come on outside of that as well and either do a video, or I might do something over on TikTok outside those time frames, or I'll come on like during the weekend if I happen to have a client that's going to be a fun to do.
Tammy's doing her daughter's nails, which are so cute.
Oh, nice, Tammy.
Let's be real, I prefer to keep short nails with glitter always, so these look perfect.
Yes, I love the colors. I'm loving that green that's popping through and that hot pink.
Just a relaxing, really cute.
Really nice. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes and support. And make sure you're subbed up to the channel and that the little bell's on so it notifies you. And I will see you this Thursday. And we'll talk about my recent training that I'm doing. And I'll catch you up on all those goodies. And I will see you very soon. All right. Thank you, Jandy.